One for the money, yes sir, two for the show. A couple of years ago, on Headland and the low. What's the starter? Something good. Where me and my nigga rode the martyr through the hood, just trying to find that hook up.
Man, what is going on? We back in the building again. This is your man, Q the Great, here with the ever so elegant Chocolate Thunder herself, VJ. Chocolate Drop. And you are tuned in
my Four Loco stripper name.
Exactly, yeah, man. You know, or the Chocolate Diamond. You know, since you want to twirl around trees and shit. But and y'all are tuned into another episode of Choppin' Over Q on the TCD Media Network for all your shenanigans, all your goofiness. But we try to keep you informed on a lot of things as well. And we also have another special guest in the building. The Podfather himself.
God, there you go with that shit.
There you go. You're right. I'm back at it again, man.
Oh, God. Oh, brother.
We're in the presence of greatness, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah, man. You know, hey, man, I'm not worthy, man. He came back a second time. I'm almost, I almost wanted to drop that Denzel tear because I was like, dang, man, he going to come back again? That's what's up. But now, man, I got Mr. John Salvatore in the building, man, from the John Effect Podcast. What's going on, man?
Woo, woo.
Not a whole lot. I want to thank you guys for having me on the show. This is 2 times. I'm very appreciative. I didn't have to hit you 1,000 times to ask you on the show. You just like, let's do it. And I'm on the show, so I appreciate it.
Hey, man, no problem.
Yay!
You already know. I told you, man, you got to open an invitation. It's just, people been wanting to come on, so I had to actually start a calendar. That shit's weird.
You stay booked, nigga. You stay booked. You're probably booked until like August.
July.
Not yet. Hey, basically July for the most part. I think I got a couple YouTubers coming on, some other podcasts coming on. So, hey, man, we just trying to make things go, trying to make it do what it do. You know what I mean?
I hear you. Hopefully, you'll be able to be on the 3rd episode of the pod panel. Like, I'm just saying, like, you were missed last episode, bro.
Yeah, man. Since you let me off the bench, I'm about to come in and drop about 30.
See, don't be starting those rumors because people will really think some shit. They're like, why on the pod panel? What's going on? Like, nigga, it's a scheduling thing. He's on like 700 shows. He's probably going to miss a few episodes of this show.
See, that's a rumor we gotta. So I'm not on 700 per se. I only do 3
659.
No, I'm actually down to only 3 right now. I got this one. This is
only 3.
Yeah, only 3. So this is my baby, and then I got Talking 30, the radio show. And then, of course, the pod panel. So, what's
going on with the Critical Dome?
I don't know yet. So, as of right now, we're thinking we may rebrand that one, but we may actually... there's some works, some things in the works for that one. I don't know yet. We've been... We just didn't want to overextend ourselves, but it may actually get rebranded as something else for someone else. So, it's in the air for right now.
Okay, I respect that.
Yeah, I didn't want to overextend myself, man. It's after a while, especially when I started Talking 30, I was like, okay, something got to drop off. So,
right.
But since we got you, tell everybody about you. Of course, most people already know, but the 5 people who don't know about your show, tell them about it.
You're funny. My show, I host the Johnny Effect podcast. I am a solo podcaster. I'm a solo queer podcaster of color. I drop weekly. I'm a little bit of pop culture, a little bit of outrageousness, a little bit of telling all my business, and everything in between. So that's pretty much the show. Nothing too heavy, but I don't really know how to describe the show. Like, it's a little shit show. I talk my shit, I have my cocktails, and I don't take my shit back. That's pretty much in a nutshell.
Yeah, that MD 2020 like we did. See, John was the reason we actually started drinking.
No. No. I don't drink MD. No, I don't drink.
public service
It's a no.
announcement. Nobody should drink MD 2020 unless you plan on dying.
If you're drinking that garbage.
So you trying to say struggle wine ain't gonna make it?
No,
Unless it's Boone's Farm.
It's not going to make it, and you will not make it on the other side of the tunnel. You just not. Nah.
That's what's up, man.
Nah,
It's
not at all.
And also, so I guess we're going to do a quick shout out as well. Make sure to tune in to Talking 30 every Monday from 8 to 10. That's right, we do that show actually live, broadcasting on the After Party radio station. You guys should go to theafterparty.com to tune in, or you guys should get the mobile app on Google Play or iTunes. Just put in the After Party in the search bar. Go ahead, download that. It's free, so don't have to worry about dropping any ends. I understand, times is hard, and everybody, holding on to them ducats. I get it. Or you can go to TuneIn Radio and just search the After Party, and you can find it on there on the B side. Remember to go to B side. That's kind of where we get the foxhole, unedited, gutter, straight give it to you type convo. Other side, a little churchy. It's all good, And like we said, we talked about it earlier, the pod panel. That's right. Come in and listen to all of us, 4 Geminis in the room. That's what we should have called it.
I know, right? They're always rebranding or whatever. But your brother, your beige brother in podcasting, is just adamant that this YouTube is going to blow up tomorrow. He's already making ideas to jump ship and just leave us in the dust. But of course, I have to bring him back down to reality, let him know that you have to crawl before you walk.
Yeah, man.
He's going to get a little bit of buzz and want to be like, yeah, I'm about to get my Rolls Royce tomorrow, but you're not.
Hey, man, don't shit on the man. Champagne Dreams, man.
I'm not shitting. That's my boy. That's my boy, and I'm one of his biggest fans. But I need you to live in reality. You to understand that this shit is so fickle. You can be up one day and down the next.
That is true. And we were actually talking about that. I was leaving out from the gym. I had to get in mankini shape. But
Boo.
Nigga, if you rock a mankini, I am going to flame the hell out of you. No,
I'm going to help.
No mankini.
So,
we're getting on Twitter and we are roasting your ass. Like, don't do that.
Hey, man,
I'm gonna tell you, Tyre is gonna bully the hell out of you because you cannot wear a mankini, Q. No.
Damn, man, you
Don't do it.
No.
Fine, I'll leave the leotard alone then. But no,
Please.
but we were talking, and I was like, I enjoyed doing like radio and stuff like that, but I was like, I still got to keep my regular job because, like you said, you may be good for couple years, and then afterwards you fall off. Like guys like Charlemagne and people like that who,
Okay, you're so right. Thank you. You're speaking real shit.
Yeah, and it's one of those things that, like, even Charlemagne, it took him 18 years to get popping. He said he's now starting to make money, but he's been in radio since like 9-8.
Thank you. Keep your day job. Love your hobby, love your hustle, keep your day job.
Yeah, hey, and there's a reason why a lot of those guys got like 30 jobs, You got, all the radio guys got other jobs that they do, to make ends meet and shit like that. So it's cool if I can do it part-time, but I think as far as that's where it'll stay, unless I just like get real Hollywood, and I don't even want that because I don't want too many people to know me like that. But
right. It's a great hobby, but I would never try to look to it to be the end all be all for income.
No.
Sounds like a horrible idea.
Hey, man, you got some people who do it, though. And if you are one of those people who making it work, hey, keep on doing it, keep on pushing. Keep doing it.
Congratulations and fight the good fight, ladies and gents, because, woo. I'm gonna have to keep collecting these coins like Mario. I'm not gonna be able to do that.
Hey, you straight up, but it's just people are too fickle for all that stuff. But
I'm gonna get some later. I'm gonna get some.
So we're gonna go try to keep this. We're gonna get this show on the road for y'all, and we're gonna actually roll. A little current events. We're gonna bring in some news real quick, and the first thing on here that we want to actually talk about that's actually going on, and just got found out. We found out Louisiana's criminal justice system is trash. It's already always been that way. But more information has actually come out about the situation. So actually, right now, I didn't know this, but Louisiana is actually #1 when it comes to incarcerations.
Mm-hmm.
And just to say like this, so somebody put it in perspective, and this is the article from Atlanta Black Star. You can go ahead and check that out. And they actually said in that case, based on that logic, Louisiana has the highest incarceration rate worldwide because the United States has the highest prison population. And if Louisiana has the highest population within the states, that means they are actually the leader in all of it.
I mean, you have to think about that to scale. Like, look how small Louisiana is as a state. Like, for them to have the highest incarceration rate, but to be one of the smallest actual states is, impressive isn't the word, but it's not the right term, but it fits. That's a feat.
It really is. You know, I got folks from the boot. My pops was born there. My grandma and all them are from there. But damn, man, that's pretty rough. And also to make it worse is that they don't even have money to pay the prosecutors. So if you were to get arrested out there, they don't have the money to pay somebody to defend you in court.
Yeah, I think they said that they were trying to get a lawsuit together because it was a violation of people's constitutional rights, the right to due process, and they don't have the availability of public defenders. Essentially, I think they said the caseload for them is like one per some ridiculous amount of people. So you have people sitting in jail for long periods of time, and may or may not see said public defender at all.
Man, that's cold. So, John, just to let you know, don't go down to the NO and start acting crazy, man. Now we'll have to come rescue you or something. Oh man! All right, so we got to get John back on the line. It's all good. We gonna that fact. We're going to do this. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to come right back in, and we'll be right back. We're going to get our guests back on the line. What's going on, everybody? We are back. We finally got our guests back on the line. John decided that he had to go do something. I don't know what it was, but he said, man, you know what? Fuck them niggas. I got to go do this, and I'm going to hang up. But nah, that's all.
What you're not going to do is you are not going to tell these false alternatives. People already feel a certain way. What happens, everyone? I got dropped from the line. Nobody thought to be like, hey, where's John? Then Q hits me up like 7 minutes later. He's like, yo, are you good? Nah, nigga, I'm not good. You guys dropped me from the conversation and was just carrying on and gallivanting as if I was not dropped from the phone call.
Okay, so here's what happened. So we were talking, and I think I said something like, John, so what you think about, what you got to say on that? And I was like, it was quiet. And I was like, wait, hold up. I said, oh. Okay, hold up. We're going to be right back. We got to get him back on.
Yeah, for 7 minutes. Oh, okay. We'll go with that, Q. We'll go with that.
Hey, VJ, as my witness. Come on, you know the truth. With an F.
Do I?
That's how we roll. That's how we doing it.
Thank you.
See, look.
I plead the fifth.
Something is not clean in this milk. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh, 2 + 2 = banana.
Hey, I know what happened, goddammit. But now, let me
Okay.
All right.
That's
so
speaking of false facts or alternative facts, the snowflake herself, Tommy Lauren, is back in the news again. I guess she realized
that hoe.
Ain't nobody been talking about me, so I got to do something. So, as everybody knows, they had a couple of students at Notre Dame, which applaud those dudes. You know, let's go and give them a quick hand clap. One clap. All right, cool. So, they actually got up and walked out of their graduation because Mike Pence was there, and they like, I don't rock with that dude like that. So, hey, he kissed my ass. So then Tommy decided it was a great idea to get on Twitter, of all places, and voice her opinion about it, which I don't have any problem with anybody's opinion, but when you're being dumb and hypocritical, I think it's kind of be talked about. So what she said is basically, let me go ahead. I don't want to misquote her because, she's good for saying people are, giving these quote unquote alternative facts, as most of these people say. So, come on, computer. All right. So here's what she said. Snowflakes think this kind of crap will fly in the real world, ? Good luck holding a job. It's Wasn't she fired for doing what she wanted to do or saying what's on her mind?
Pretty much.
I was like, that's what happened, right?
I think, yeah, that's what happened, yeah.
All right. I was just wondering.
So
No, go ahead, VJ.
So teriyaki skewer or whatever got fired on her day off, but she gets to tell people about keeping a job?
Yeah.
You can't tell me about anything, ma'am, at all, ever.
Oh, man.
I'm not here for it.
And then I'm confused because I didn't know there was like a job position in which sitting at your commencement, your graduation was like a job. I didn't know you got paid to sit there. So then do they put that on their resume? I once walked out on a Mike Pence speech. Like, how does that...
Right.
So
like, how is that gonna help or hurt anything?
So it'll be like this. Hey, John, yeah, so we like your qualifications. Oh, okay, you're quantum physics. Oh, that's a great major. Wait, hold up. I know. Didn't you walk out of a Mike Pence? Nah, we can't hire you. I'm sorry. Mike Pence is my dude. I cannot fix it in my heart to hire you. I don't think that's how it would go, but I'm just saying.
Well, I get it. A mock-up situation.
I just feel like whatever her name is, tuna fish face or whatever the fuck. She just needs to sit down or crawl back under whichever rock she came out, and then we can just wait a few years for her to turn into Kellyanne Conway.
Oh, okay.
Man, we unfortunately that's probably how it's going to go, or a Christine Leahy, whichever one. So, and going on with how these white ladies have been acting lately, and a lot of them been in the news lately. I guess a lot of them are still feeling themselves because Dante's doing his thing. So a lot of them been going at folks. One of them got found out what Five Finger said to the face. Did you? I don't know. Hey, John, did you get a chance to see that video?
I did not get a chance to see that video. It was buffering when I was trying to see it.
Okay, so
tell me about it, please.
So there was a situation. It was on a bus, I believe. I can't exactly tell you where they were, but they were on a bus, and this lady just going ham. She calling this black dude, nigga this, nigga that, so on and so forth.
Oh, well, damn. Well, of course you got smacked. You got the hands later. You don't call no black man no nigga.
So he got up and he was like, "Wait, hold on." He told the bus, "Yo, stop the bus." And he looked at her. He said, "Say it again." And she said something, and all you heard was smack. And I was like, "Ooh." Because
dog walk that bitch, dog walker. Come on.
Then she wanted the police to come, and that's what really pissed me off. It's like, you want to talk all this shit, but when people get at you like that, now you want empathy. Now you want to be a victim.
Nah, you can't do that.
Well, really, the best part was the fact that he smacked her so hard her false eye came out. So that just made me gleeful. Oh, yeah, he knocked her fake eye out. He hit her. He slapped her so hard and she's like holding her eye.
How are you going to be racist with a fake eye? You need to humble yourself, ma'am. The audacity, the caucasity. Oh my God.
Man, it's so funny, though. It's like, and then they had this a little lady go in on I think they were at a Sprint store, and this dude just said she was looking for a product. It wasn't at that particular store. So he told her, "Hey, look, try this store." And she was like, "Don't talk to me." It's like, bitch, I was trying to help you the fuck out. But I don't know, man. Things been getting a little crazy. People been wilding. And I said it on Andrew, shout out to Andrew Westmoreland, make sure to check out his YouTube channel. Go ahead and help support the brother. Continue to, is it just under his name, huh, John?
Huh?
Andrew, his YouTube channel, is just under his name?
I think it's under his name, or you can YouTube Beige Bastard. That'll pull up.
You can't. That's not gonna.
I don't think that's how it's gonna come up, but that'll be. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued to see what the results will be on that one.
Beige Bastard.
He should just.
Surprisingly enough, speaking of Andrew, he has groupies. Do you know that there have been quite a few women that aren't bad looking that have been in my Snapchat DM saying, "Who's that light skinned guy when you were recording the pod panel?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay."
Uh-oh.
Like, would you like me to relay a message for you, ma'am? Because I can. But these women love some Andrew. I'm like, okay, and they're not white either, so I'm just like, okay.
Oh, that's because they think. Never mind. I was gonna say that's because they think they may get that good hair.
Don't do that.
Okay. I can see that, Amy.
Oh man, I'm done. Hey man,
Don't do that.
Andrew's my guy though, so yeah, make sure to go support his YouTube channel. Just look up Andrew Westmoreland. Yes, it's spelled just like that. So I don't think I have to spell it out for you, but I will anyway. Westmoreland. I hope you can figure that out.
He's kind of cute, you guys. Go look.
Oh
yeah,
hey.
which is not. He's okay. Please don't say he's kind of cute because it goes straight to his head. You cannot tell a beige ass nigga that he's kind of cute because he's going to make sure that is the center of every conversation he has moving forward. And I don't want to have to be the one to check him and bring him back down to earth. But I will. I don't want to, but I will.
So you say he's gonna turn into Dave Ruffin? Hi, I'm Andrew Westmoreland. This is the pod panel.
Right.
I'm sorry, Andrew. I tried.
Oh man,
he's okay looking at best. He's a 7. I'll give him. He's a 7.
See, and I said kinda. I was gonna give him like a 6, like you.
I'll give him a 7. He got nice hair.
So the hair puts him up to a 7. Damn.
Yeah.
Like I told you, it's like looking for a horseman. Nice hair, nice teeth.
I'm not finna mess with y'all. Not nice this evening. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. So
anyway,
only other news I had to talk about was, I guess, the whole Lil Uzi Vert situation that was going on with my guy wearing Prince style outfits, which I mean, I just tell everybody, look, the 80s is trying to make a comeback strong, and I don't know how long it's gonna last. No. That is not the 80s. I don't know what that is, but that is not the 80s. That is some Catherine's dress barn ass shit. That is not the 80s. I don't know what the fuck this is, but please don't disrespect the 80s by comparing that gremlin and the frock that he had on, because it's not going down like that. It's only reason. Here's what I was saying is, like, that was during the androgynous stages. So that's not the actual style itself, but the idea of the style, I would say.
Okay, but that nigga is no Mickey Free. So let's be real here. Like,
nah, not at all.
Like, don't do that. You can't compare the two. Like, he's not out here.
Fuck. It was tacky.
Which was funny because I think Tank got on, which he'll be up, but he was saying, like, you let them be them, and I can't see why so many people, they didn't say that about Prince. And first of all, don't even use Prince and Michael Jackson in the same context.
And Michael Jackson to a fucking Little Uzi Vert or whatever his name is.
Absolutely not. But let's also not forget, they did talk shit about Prince.
Yeah, they did.
They talked shit about Michael Jackson too. I'm just saying.
They did.
I remember.
Okay, and what is your point?
But what I'm saying is that the way he was trying to say it was like, oh, they never talked about these dudes. Yes, they did. What are you talking about?
Yes, they did. Hey, just come out of the closet already. Just come out of the closet.
The only difference is that people.
I'm ready for Tank's ass to come out of the closet.
Come on.
You think he might be?
I think Tank gives me bisexual.
Oh, I mean. Okay.
He gives me the questionable men that I used to sleep with in high school. That is what he gives me.
So what you're saying, if you caught Tank with a couple drinks, you might be able to shoot your shot. And
I'm gonna tell you this. 2 drinks and a little casual conversation, I can get Tank's draws down to his ankles. That's facts.
Damn.
All facts.
No printer.
With minimal efforts.
Okay.
No printer. Facts.
All right. I mean,
well,
no. I don't know if I can top that one. I believe you. I'm just saying.
Not that there's anything wrong with it, but
no, not at all.
Living your truth, bro. Living your truth.
Hey, man, your get down is your get down. Can't nobody tell you nothing about it. Just be proud of it.
Right.
But
right.
BJ, you was about to say something else, right?
No, I was just gonna say that I think the moral of the whole situation with Tank was that he's just saying, like, people get worked up about the doings of other people. And like John was saying earlier, it costs you like zero to mind your fucking business. Like these are some kids.
No,
like,
tax.
I mean, let's just be really honest here. These are not 30 or 40-year-old men we're talking about. These are some kids that are like 18, 19 years old.
He's 22.
Okay, 22. But what the fuck were you doing at 22? You might not have been dressed, wearing some shit from Catherine's dress barn. But we were
broads at 22.
We were doing okay, and the truth be told, he's probably smashing more broads than half of these people that are out here talking shit about his ugly ass dress. Like that's the thing. People talk,
I bet they're white. But they're white.
People talking shit about Prince and MJ, and they were just mad because they was leaving with their bitches out the club. Like you,
I don't know if Mike Jackson was busting up like that. I don't know.
He might not have wanted the bitches, but it don't mean they wasn't trying to throw themselves.
I think Mike was asexual. If you ask me, I've never thought he was gay. I just thought he was asexual.
Yeah,
and I have to agree with you. Yeah, I don't think it was. I just don't think he.
I mean, come on, man. When they found out Michael Jackson had kids, the first thing people said is like, Michael Jackson had sex?
Thank you, because he just came off asexual. Prince was heterosexual. Michael Jackson, to me, was asexual. I just don't know. I just don't see him identifying having a sexuality.
But, I mean,
I have to agree with you.
I mean, I get now. I'll go ahead and play the other side of it. It's like I think a lot of people are just more into it because when they see him, it's the same with any kind of change or anything else. They feel that hip hop is changing in a way that they aren't sure if they're ready for, or they're not sure if that's what they want it to be, etc. So that's why you have a lot of people with the public outcry about it. It's not like with us in the music. It's like, hey man, that shit's trash, but the young kids like it.
But that's the thing about music, right? It's supposed to be for everybody. It's supposed to be one of those things that universally unites us. It doesn't have to be in your language. It doesn't have to be anything in particular. I mean, people love things that you'd be surprised that they enjoy listening to, right? So it seems weird that people feel so possessive of hip hop as a genre that they feel like that it can't grow and evolve. And I think that's the problem, right? Everyone's an outsider if they're not doing it the way that it's been done. They don't want anybody to blaze their own trail or do anything different. If it's unconventional or different, then oh my God, then you have Joe Budden screaming at you in your face, and it's like, what
the fuck a big whiskey with my face. I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I would say this, and I think the reason being is because when it came to things, outside of other forms of music, I guess you could say hip hop and blues are kind of somewhat well connected because of how they came to existence. So people look at hip hop as a revolt or me acting out, us communicating with each other. And it's not just music to most people. It was a movement. So when they're seeing it changing in the ways where it's no longer that movement and they feel that message is no longer there, so they feel some type of way. That's just me assuming and just in my general assessment of it. I don't know how true that is, but that's just how I looked at it.
But that's the thing about movements. They change, they grow. Your focus isn't always the same. Right. Your focus isn't the same, and the movement isn't the same as it was in 1970 or 1980. I mean, the world changes and evolves, and unfortunately or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, sometimes our music has to too.
Yeah, that's real. I mean, that's why I say I would say this. I am an old head when it comes to music, so I don't even listen to Lil Uzi Vert, so I don't care personally. So, or Lil Bo.
Like I said, cost zero to mind your own goddamn business. Let them kids be happy doing whatever the fuck it is, selling whatever music they are selling to whoever is buying it. I mean, what is the point in being upset about it? Like, if it's great and people keep buying it, then they'll be around for a while, then maybe pay them some attention. But for now, it's a wave like everything else is. Just ride it and shit, go have a drink after you get off the wave. It's like, fuck it. Relax.
It started, well, I ain't gonna say it started with us. Soulja Boy was hot at one moment. I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, so man, we're gonna roll into this little quick break, and we're gonna be right back, and we're gonna talk more about this shenanigans that's going on in the interwebs. But other than that, we're gonna be right back. This is Choppin' Up with Q on the TCD Media Network.
You can't eat or sleep, cause you was up waiting. I can't eat or sleep, cause they was up hating. The money calling, baby, and I ain't got call waiting. I gotta answer that, can't miss the small faces. Any is plenty, or any is many when I'm after the money more, saving up pennies, and envy is envy when winning is winning, and beginnings are ending when talkers pretending. So let me take you back to that exact conversation when you told me you ain't have my back and that I should be more like so-and-so cause he was blowing stacks. Yeah, look at so-and-so now. I bet that make you more and more proud to know that so-and-so was just a part of the crowd. And now him and his crowd pay to see me rock crowds while your bestie for life is cheering loud.
What's going on, everybody? This is your man Q the Great here with VJ and our very special guest, the John Effect. That's right. The John Salvatore. Let's go ahead and put that all capitals. You got to make sure to put his title up there right. The legend himself decided to come in again. But yeah, he's here from the John Effect podcast.
The Podfather is in the building, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
Man, we got to give you a proper greeting in, man. You know how we do.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, right. Nah, you hot. Don't worry about it. You got it. You got the juice, man. Oh, I'm making them but hey, man, so we gonna roll right into this new, well, I ain't gonna say new segment, we've been doing it for a while, but we're gonna roll into the segment of social media shenanigans. VJ, what's been going on out here in the Twitterverse?
Oh, same shit, different day. You know how that goes, but we're gonna keep it interesting and mix it up. So the first story is pretty short. There is a bar that was selling a drink that people were horribly outraged over. This little beauty was called the Pill Cosby, Pill.
You know what? No. Mm-mm.
And what made this one unique is that it had little pill capsules floating in it when they gave it to you.
Oh man!
So rude and so nasty.
Now I will say that public outcry was very strong until they took it off of the drink menu at this establishment. But I just thought, what'd you say?
I said with good reason.
Well, yeah, But I just thought it was insane, right? Like, I get that sometimes you can find things humorous and make light of them, but I just don't know if it's ever acceptable. I just don't know if it's ever acceptable to send someone a drink that simulates being drugged.
Thank you.
Yeah, it feels like it was in very poor taste, but I just kind of wanted to get y'all's thoughts about the Pill Cosby. Would you drink one? Would you send one over to a girl that you thought was cute?
No.
Well, I'm not sending a drink over, but I will drink it for if it tastes good, I will down a few, but I'm not sending it to anybody because I have class, and I'm just not going to be out here acting like derelict. It's just not going to happen.
Okay, all right.
That's a lot.
VJ, you just answer that question. I'm single, you single. We in the bar, and I say, hey, man, slide of that Pill Cosby. And you see his drink.
Oh, my God. He's a rapist.
Right there is already going wrong. So you get the drink.
He's a rapist.
So you
don't send me.
See, thank you. There you go.
I mean, because what do you do with that, right? Somebody sends you over a drink and you're like, oh, that was, and then you look in the cup and there's pills floating around in it. Like, you're either going to be like, oh shit, this bar is full of people that are trying to kill me, or you're just like, what the fuck? Like, there's no classy way to send somebody a drink that has pills floating in it. Like, no. That's not, there's not ever going to be a market for that. Yeah, that's like them making a Woody Allen and like sending you, inappropriate underage photos of your stepdaughter over with the drink. Like, don't do that.
Okay, all right. So with that being, what would be a drink that if you saw it on the menu, you'd be like, okay, no, I'm absolutely not.
Fudge packer.
Say that one more time.
If I saw a drink on the menu that was called a fudge packer, I'm gonna be like, nah, B, I'm good. No, thank you.
A drink I would not like to see on the menu. That's tough. Because I think it's one of those things when you hear it, you would have to be outraged. Like, I don't know. Like, if they had it, yeah, it would have to be something pretty drastic. Because, I mean, I don't.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was like, do I have one? Be like, one of the ones you be like, hey, hold on, cuz. Nah. Y'all gotta remove this. Like, I don't know. I have to think on that one. But that's a good question. So, audience, man, you know, y'all name a drink that if you saw on the menu, you would be like, okay, this gotta go. So y'all hit us in the comment section, or hit us up on Twitter, and let us know.
I'm gonna ask you guys about it tomorrow.
Yep, that's gonna be your question for the day.
One of many.
All right. So what else we got?
Let's see. So that one was small. Let's talk. Let's have a chat about baby mamas.
Do we have to? I got a bad history with that.
Oh goodness gracious!
Ooh, okay.
I can still. You know what? The Lord is working on me today. We're not even going. We're okay.
Right.
Because I was about to say something crazy. So we're Lord working on me. We're not gonna kick her down the stairs today. But
What?
Long story, John. We'll get you up to speed.
All right.
So baby mamas. So on Twitter, there was a discussion about baby mamas, and they were saying. Okay, so baby mamas on Twitter. So apparently a bit of a clusterfuck erupted today because one girl who everyone refers to, I think, is like Mika or something to that effect. But essentially, I guess a war broke out between the Twitter darlings. as they like to be referred to. Essentially, she was saying that women don't like to be referred to as baby mamas, and that term only became cool when women that used to talk shit about people being baby mamas found themselves being pregnant out of wedlock, and now they're trying to adopt the term. So apparently half of Twitter, these women went completely batshit ass crazy over the term, and I was a little confused. So I guess my question really is baby mama a bad word? I mean, is it a bad thing to call somebody?
John, our guest, would you like to take this first?
Do I feel like it's a bad word? No. Do I feel it's tacky? I do find it very tacky. I find it very gauche. But it's just, I'm on the fence. Like, would I refer to someone as a baby mama? No, because that's just not how I speak. But if someone's proud to wear like a badge of honor, I mean, you have to question their livelihood and know where they come from. Sometimes it's just background in this culture, but I don't think it's bad. I just think it's tacky.
Okay. I can agree that it's not in good taste. I would say that, but I mean, if that's what you want to be referred to, that's cool. I wouldn't say it's like cursing you out or that. Like, I wouldn't put it in the lines of calling someone out their name, but I'll also say this. I mean, if it's just being taken as literal sense, it fits, don't it? You're the mother of your baby mama. I mean, I'm just saying. But I don't know, man. It's like, I don't want to say this because I know a lot of people will say it, but it's like, are we just getting mad over almost a lot of stuff just because? Does it come off that way?
What do you think, man?
It just seems like people get upset about things that don't really matter. Like a whole argument erupted on Twitter about being called a baby mama, and people were pissed. Like, it wasn't like they were just like, this is weird. Like, they started blowing up each other's abbeys, calling each other ugly. Like, they were like OD pissed. And I was like, how are you that mad about strangers on the internet saying they don't mind being called a baby mama?
Because you got to subscribe to what I believe. That's not how opinions work. At least that's what I see with a lot of people. John, what'd you say? John,
Did we lose him again?
Wait, I'm sorry. I didn't hear. What'd you say?
Oh, see, look, he going on. Tell your date over there you're gonna be right back with him. Just he good. But no, we were talking about. No, we were saying.
Don't do that.
What did you say, VJ again?
No, I was just saying that it just seems very crazy to be upset about the fact that strangers on the internet care or don't care about being called a baby mama.
That's right. Giving a fuck about people that don't give a fuck about you.
Why are you worried about somebody that has nothing to do with you? My thing is this: if you don't feed me, fuck me, or finance me, your opinion on what I'm doing, how I can conduct myself in my everyday life has no bearing on me. I don't care. It's none of my business. I'm with it. I don't care. Like, what do you do for me? What do you contribute to me? Do you pay this mortgage? No. Do you make sure I have orgasm after orgasm? No. Are you cooking me my favorite lasagna dish? No. Leave me. I don't care about your opinion. You don't exist.
There you go. There you go. I mean, I've gotten into arguments, even though that's very strange for me to get in an argument on Twitter, ain't it? But,
really, you?
Yeah.
I'm one of the most controversial people on Twitter.
Hey man, I'm nice, man. I just talk.
You're nice, but you're controversial. You and Andrew. You're just more likable.
But no,
I was like, y'all say some off the wall shit very charismatically, and then John and I have to go behind you and clean up your mess.
That's why I got y'all. See? That's why. But no, I mean, I remember I got into a little spat with somebody before, and they were like, "Oh, well, are you mad?" No, I don't care what you got to say, really, personally. But I understand your opinion.
Jesus. Last story.
Right.
So I felt like this one would be good because I had two guys here with me today, so I'm going to ask you about it. A video surfaced, and it was three women discussing what they refer to as manspreading. And if you aren't familiar with, manspreading. And if you aren't familiar with the term, essentially this is what they deemed as basically men sitting in public places and opening their legs and taking up as much space, I guess, as humanly possible for them, as a sign of dominance. And this is the way that they're defining manspreading. And so what they did in this video is they had these three women essentially try manspreading for a week. So they got on subways or trains or in public places and sat with their legs open. And it was really this whole discussion about how horrible they felt and how they felt like it was an infringement on other people to take up that much space with their legs open. And they didn't understand why men needed 2 or 3 seats and how it feels like it's an item that's a part of patriarchy, that men feel like they can just take up all the space that they want and not answer to anybody. And people, of course, were just like, "This shit sounds nuts." But I just they sound literally. But well, nuts are involved. But as two men, I just kind of wanted to know if you felt like this had any kind of validity to it.
No, not at all. No. Absolutely fucking not. Are these white women?
There were 2 white women and a black woman.
Of course. And she probably mixed with curly hair, and she's probably trying to pass the paper bag test. Fuck her and fuck both them hoes.
Actually, she was a little.
She was dark.
She was a little chocolate. Had the bebop nose ring.
The bebop, cute the what?
The bebop, from Ninja Turtles. Get the nose ring going straight through.
You did not say that. I thought that's what you were referencing, but your ass really said the bebop nose ring. Nigga, die.
So am I the only one that ever thought that?
Show's over. we go ahead and cut the tape, because Lord.
I know somebody gonna kill me over that. But, yeah, man, but I mean, No, it doesn't. First of all, that study, if they want to call it that, is based on a lot of assumptions. That the fact
a whole bunch of assumptions. It doesn't make sense to me. Man spreading. Our dimensions, for the most part, are larger, so of course we're going to take up more space. Is it intentional? Probably not. Is it actual? Yeah.
And
I guess my whole
nuts are involved. Last time I checked, sitting with your legs closed is hella uncomfortable. That's just nuts. But
it really is.
I was like, I don't know. Obviously, I don't have anything there for it to be uncomfortable. But that's what I thought was strange about it, right? Like, and then they were talking about sitting. They're like, I remember as a kid, my mom always told me to keep my legs closed. And I was like, but I think that's a product of the ways in which we socialize little girls, right? Like, you sit with your legs crossed, or you sit with your legs closed at the knee, because I was always taught that when you wear dresses or skirts, you don't cross your leg at the knee, you cross your legs at the ankles.
And when it comes to, and then let's also put context, it's so you ain't just flashing the entire world your mini vag. That's the reason behind it. It wasn't because to say, oh, you're a girl, you don't need to do that. No, nobody needs to see your business.
Right, keep your legs closed to married men.
Now, if you're wearing pants, hey, man. Hey, sky's the limit. Do what you want. But
yeah, and I think one of the girls was saying on the subway that she was sitting there and she sat beside a guy who had his legs open, and he was essentially taking up 2 seats with his legs open. So when she sat down in the one seat, she basically mimicked him and like bumped his leg so that he had to move it over. And she said he gave her a crazy ass look. And in her mind, she's thinking that he looked at her crazy because she invaded his space. And I'm like, no, girl, he looked at you crazy because you sat down on the fucking subway and you bumped him, stranger bitch.
Like, I'm gonna look at you.
Pretty much. Take accountability, ma'am. Take accountability.
That's like saying,
I was like, because if you would
have sat down and stepped on his foot, he would like, bitch, you hate, no, bitch, you stepped on my foot and you ain't say shit.
Thank you.
Yeah, because nowhere in this did she ever say that she apologized or said excuse me. She's like, you just looked over at me like, really, dude? And I'm like, well, girl, yeah. Like, you can't just run people over. Which, of course, I'm not going to get into that, but that was one of the white ones that said that, and I was like, of course, girl, because white people like to run you over on the street anyway and think that it belongs to them. So I'm not surprised that you decided to sit down on the subway and shove that man's leg out of the way.
Exactly. Thank you. Rude.
That has nothing to do with man spreading. That's just what y'all like to do. But whatever.
First of all, I never even heard of man spreading to this day. So I thank you.
Me too.
And I will forget by tomorrow.
Sounds like
I'm not
like something that,
because it's absurd.
It sounds like something BuzzFeed made up.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. That's interesting though. It's here's my only thing. It's like there are actual real problems out here, and when people bring up stuff like that shit don't even fucking matter, it kind of can deter away from your actual overall goal, because now they look at you out here on some goofiness.
And that's the thing, and that's why I tell people about, like, and I think, like, what I saw immediately when people were, like, sharing the video, oh, look what these feminists are up to now. So it makes feminism have this bad name, and they ruin it for people that are actually out here, for equality for women and equal pay, because they make it about shit like you not asking somebody to just give you a little bit more room on the subway seat like a normal fucking person. Like, hey, sir, could you scoot over a little?
Yeah. Come on, dog, you hitting my elbows. That type of stuff.
Right.
So because they don't know how to, just talk to somebody normally and hope that, and just have a little common courtesy and common sense, they make it like this whole big ordeal. And so now other feminists that are actually fighting for something that matters are lumped in together with them because because that's what, women are marching for, men to not man spread.
Yeah. I mean, okay. It was something that was going on I wasn't even aware of. Okay, shit. I'm a bad person.
Just going to insert an Anderson Cooper eye roll, and we're just going to move on.
Not the Anderson Cooper eye roll. Stop.
Just going to insert that.
Hey, man, it's all good. So, all right, let's go and roll into it. So this goes into this whole thing. To an extent, yeah. Can keeping it real 100% of the time actually be detrimental to you?
Yes, it can.
Yup.
It was actually funny. So I was listening to like an older episode of like the Brilliant Idiots, and even though I rarely agree with them half the time, but Schultz brought it up, and he was saying like when keeping it
Fuck
real.
Andrew Schultz.
Yes,
He is so gross.
Yeah,
He's
but
such a shit
he actually made one point on this, and I say, I could rock with that. For the people who are told to keep it real, he was like, maybe needs to be something there, because if you out here keeping it real, so real that you lose something along the lines, there should be something where these people say they got your back, some financially, whatever. But it's funny because I think they were talking about the whole situation where Beans, or Bean Siegel for the people who don't know him, was saying that he didn't feel that Charlemagne was a real dude. And he was like, well, how do you define that? What do you mean real? And they was like, oh man, you're basically a radio guy now. You have to subscribe to a certain way of talking, certain stories. You can't do certain things because you have the corporate entity over you now.
Right.
So, I mean, it's one of those things. So it's like, do we have to sometimes give certain things up in order to actually thrive at a job, or to get certain opportunities, or have to rub certain people the wrong way, so on and so forth?
Yes. Well, yeah, those are opportunity costs, right? That's an economic principle. That's kind of how this works. Like, I mean, that's how capitalism and then pretty much everything works in a nutshell. Like, there are going to be costs for opportunities. So you have to weigh those costs against what the benefits are and decide if it's worth it. That is literally everything in life. I don't know how you can get around that or feel like that's something that you can't do. And frankly, when people have more to lose, then they oftentimes are not going to keep it as real.
True.
I'm not gonna jeopardize my livelihood and the livelihood of my family because you want me to keep it more real, because the bottom line is you can't help me pay my mortgage if I keep it real and get fired.
Tell them.
Yeah. That's real. Even speaking, I was actually having this conversation with Jamie from Our Roast Chicken. Shout out to his podcast. Make sure you check him out on SoundCloud, and also go ahead and like his Twitter page. I think it's at X89, if I'm not mistaken, or 89X.
89X.
Okay, one of them. So we were actually talking, and we were sitting there saying, like, he brought up a point, was like, real is really kind of relative. Just depends on the situation. He's like, there are certain things you gotta sit back and say, does this need to be said right now? Do I need to actually do this act at this moment? What do I have to gain from it? I'm paraphrasing all that, but I mean, it's really interesting though. John, what you got to say? Go ahead and elaborate.
You have to know your audience. You have to have some type of decorum when it comes to things. Certain situations, yes, I wholeheartedly believe, keep it real to the max. Say what you said, stand in your shit. In other situations, when business is involved, when money's involved, when the optics of your brand are involved, maybe keep it real to a degree, but also have restraint. And you know, because you and I have had conversations off air, and I'm not going to go into the details about how you handle certain situations.
Yes.
So that, sometimes you have to control the optics of the whole situation, and you have to present things a certain way where they may not be that way behind the scenes.
Yeah, I mean, because perception is everything, right? Like, things have to
reality.
Things have to be perceived a certain way. And I think that for a really good example is like with celebrities, right? I think you have these, especially, it's not, I mean, obviously not as prevalent with like these pop kids or whatever, but with like a lot of times with rappers, like, right, people expect them to keep it real. They have to be hardcore. Oh, such and such got slapped in the club, or like when Sean Kingston got his chain snatched off his neck, or,
He's too big to gotten his chain snatched. I'm sorry, big ass. He just, wow. Why do you not know how to fight?
Yeah, I mean,
or when these celebrities are, kicking, not kicking, but kicking in Kevin Gates'
Sean Kingston pussy. I'm sorry,
but when you're just, he is puffy. That thing, little Jigglypuff. But
he is pussy. He is pussy out the back door. I'm sorry.
I mean, I'll put it like this: there are certain situations where you like, I gotta fight him. There's no other way out of this. He gotta see me.
And that makes sense, right? There are situations where you got to be ready to deliver the fade on site, right? But I feel like with celebrities,
every time so you know.
I mean, but like I said, when you have more to lose, you can't do that. Like, you might have been able to before anyone knew you in the rap game, you might have very well been able to handle your own shit like that. But at some point, your star gets to a point to where you can't be out here smacking people in the club or punching them in the face or whatever, because now people know you have money and they will sue the fuck out of you. They press charges.
Well, let's be clear. Sean King is not on any glory, so he can feel to act a little fool out here because he don't have no money, he don't have no visibility, and that's just is what it is.
Okay, well, Sean Kingston obviously is a bad example because
One example to use in this situation.
Okay.
He ain't
clearly
got nothing to lose. For real.
All right.
He can't pay it off.
Here's a good example. Tax Stone.
Okay.
I mean, remember, he got hemmed up on gun charges. Did they ever actually give him time and all that as well?
the nigga's still in jail.
Yeah, I know he's still
Not a
there.
fan.
So, I mean, but there's that situation. There's the situation. But then we also go back to a situation where they maybe didn't keep it real as much as they could have. The Clippers, when the whole Donald Sterling thing went on, Colin Kaepernick kept it real. Look what was going on.
He did. Look what he did, though.
Your John's favorite person, Monique.
Oh.
And so it's one of those.
That's the prime example of you don't need to get real because you. That was just horrible. Don't keep it real. Just be mom. Just keep it quiet.
Oh man, it's so, because I put like this, a fine line, because one, you don't want to be, excuse the language, you don't want to be a pushover out here either. I was gonna say something else, but I'm gonna use this other word. You don't want to be a pushover out here, because then people are gonna run over you. But then you don't want to. But then you also don't want to be out here on those super thuggish type shit, because then ain't nobody want to fuck with you. So you got to have like a perfect mix of don't fuck with me, but I'm willing to compromise to an extent.
That is why you have people to do your dirty work. You have people that have no problem getting blood on their hands because you're not going to get blood on your hands. I know right now if I needed some shit to go down, I don't need the blood on my hands. People won't let me get blood on my hands. I know who to reach out to get what done if it needs to escalate to that situation.
You're right. You do need some jump out boys, some crash dummies, or some goons. You gotta have them.
Thank you.
I mean, everybody have one in their circle at least. I mean, it just is what it is. But that's the thing about it. That's what I'm saying. That goes back to when you get to a certain tax bracket, when you get to a certain level of status, you have to change the way you move because the perception is going to be different. So if people know that you have money, people know that you have prestige, people know that you have success, you can't be punching people out at 3 a.m. in the front of a club. You mad about it? You need to find somebody else to punch them out at 3 a.m. in the front of the club, and then you pay them under the table if that's what you need to have happen. But when you punch people out, it's on TMZ, and now you have a lawsuit because you just, wouldn't let somebody else handle it because you had to keep it that real.
Aries Spears.
Like at some point, well, I don't think he got no money either, but
he don't.
He definitely ain't got no money. He don't got Ralph's grocery bag money.
But he's not suing either. He finally realized, man, I ain't getting shit out of this anyway. But go ahead.
Well, him and me have the same amount of money, so I don't.
I'm pretty sure I'm sure your net worth is way more than Aries Spears. I would bet a pretty penny on that.
Yeah, because I mean, he's back on that chitlin circuit, and it don't pay like that.
Chitlin don't pay shit.
They putting you down them rundown hotels, and never mind. That's a whole nother get down. But
2-star hotels. Oh, goodness.
That's a story for the day.
Oh
Lord.
man.
But no, I don't know. But yeah, like Dave Chappelle used to do the skits when keeping it real goes wrong. Like there's a level of keeping it real that you can aspire to and it be normal. And then the rest of the time you just kind of have to be cool. Like you can't always do the things that you want to do when you want to do them. You can't always say the things you want to say when you want to say them. Like you have to, and that's the thing. There's a fine line between keeping it real and just picking your battles. Like there's a difference. Like you can just learn to pick your battles.
And I can say that's my problem is I have a mouth on me. if people ask me questions, I don't want to lie to you. I really don't. But and there are certain things you can't say in a nice way. So it's like, how do you say these things, or do I just be phony with you? And I think that was a question I asked Jamie. I said, does this then make people phony at times? Because I know if I say this, it's going to be a problem.
Like I said, I think it's picking your battles.
You got to know it's exactly picking your battles. Know when to strike and know when to just be like, shrug it off.
Hey,
admittedly, there's some things in life. There's just some shit that's not like, I'm not gonna die on the hill for some shit. Like, there's just some things that are not worth going to war over. Like, I'm not about to pick up the big guns for some bullshit. Like, and that's just real. Like, and I don't really have shit. Like, I have, some shit, but not like some shit. So I got some shit, but not like some shit. So, I'm just like, yeah, like when I was in college, like the time I told her to smack that girl in the face with the shoe, like she could have pressed charges. Like, I could have went to jail.
Yeah, that's a straight gangster right there, though.
That was, that's what I'm saying. That's a poor choice. Like, that was a poor choice on my part. And I didn't really have a lot to lose, but I could have been in jail on an assault charge because I chose to smack her with my shoe instead of being like, you know what, guys, let's just leave the bar because clearly she's drunk and we just gonna go somewhere else.
Well, one thing we do know is VJ will slap anybody in the face with a stiletto for fisticuffs.
I support this message. I'm here for it. I'm here for it because I don't play these games. I don't play.
Oh, we all know. I keep telling everybody, man, John gangster deep down, man. I'm telling you. That's that dude.
Oh, and since we're on the subject,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, and since we're on the subject, I don't remember what your Twitter handle is, girl. What is it? At Bexley Barb, you're still a cunt. We just want you to know.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're a vile cunt with a trash pussy.
There you go.
I need context. Who is this individual?
Some raggedy ass bitch that inserted herself into the baby boy's mentions unsolicited.
And we got her the fuck up out of there.
Who are you? You don't even go to this school. Get the fuck out of here, ho.
Oh, Lord.
Well, she don't go nowhere. She blocked now. She blocked all of us. And so just periodically I tweet that she's a cunt because I can.
Okay. I'm about to ask more info on that one, but that's what's up. All right, man. So, John, so we found out, just depends. Sometimes you got to learn to keep it real. Sometimes you got to know when to fall back. Basically, that's what I got from
exactly. You have to ride that balance. There has to be balance.
All right. That's what's up.
Know when to spaz out and know when to keep it professional and Caucasian.
And really, and then, like I said, then sometimes you have to keep, like you said, sometimes you got to keep some goons in your circle, a la Diddy and J-Lo in the club that time. So, you do what you... Look, Diddy out here showing up to parties in limos and leaving them hoes on boats. So obviously, whatever he did to make them gun charges and shit go away was the right thing. So just saying, maybe some people need to start trying to move like Diddy and quit trying to kick bitches in the titty and shit. Like, do better.
So the Kevin Gates method doesn't work.
He's still in jail, so obviously not.
It doesn't work. Look where he's at. Career felon. Let that sink in.
Oh, man. I'm not. But first of all, I want to say, John, thank you again for coming back on.
Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Hey, man, no problem, man. It's pod family all day, man. So it's like another brother that I never had because I grew up mostly the only child until like 12, something like that. But, it's all good. But
I just want to say that I am super excited that you're here, John, because Q didn't tell me until like a couple of days ago.
I swore
and then
wait, he didn't tell you to a couple of days ago? Are you serious?
No.
He told me like,
okay, go ahead.
Q, do better. Do better, nigga. Do better.
He did. He was like, I said, who's our guest? And he was like, oh, it's John. And I like threw my phone and screamed because I'm like a groupie, but that's neither here nor there. So I was like wilding, but I was at home by myself, so nobody like heard me do all that. But John, I was super geeked about it.
I don't know why you want to act like you ain't no ghetto celebrity out here, man.
I am regular. I sit all day. I'm just a dude that does a show and talk shit and will back it up with these hands. Ask Andrew, do I have hands? I had to fuck his ass up on Sunday because he tried to come at me crazy. I was like, what?
Man, you know, it's
This
going to
ain't
be a
what you
point.
want. This is
It's
not
going to be a
what you
point where
want.
there's just a domestic disturbance between you two.
It really is. Because he always got some slick shit to say. You have a slick mouth and don't have hands. I have a slick mouth and I have hands. You can't do what I do. And these niggas need to realize you can't do what the next man does because you don't compare when you don't compete. You're not me. Stop. Stay over there. Chill out. That will fuck you up.
Damn. So
I ain't
basically,
with this shit.
he just said stay in your lane and not so many words.
Yes, Andrew, I love him to death. Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. Don't come over here.
Well, that's really all we want for any of the listeners. We just want you to drink lots of water and not be dehydrated, and we want you to live your best life, and we want you to stay in your lane.
Mind your business. Be a good person.
And we also like you to not merge your lane with other people. Really, just don't, just find your lane and do that.
And don't bump knees on the bus. May end wrong.
Right, and don't rip off people's swag. Shots fired. I know, whatever.
And don't send people drinks with pills floating in them.
Please, no. That's just
God, please don't do
automatic. There's no way that can go right. Unless you find somebody who's straight into that.
Well, there you go. There's a fine line between keeping it real and getting your ass beat.
Okay.
Because I feel like, so Keith, stay in your lane. Make sure your hands stay ready, and just don't keep it too real.
Oh man, John, man, where can they shout out your podcast again? Where can they get you on all the social medias, and where can they locate your podcast?
Okay, you can find me on all of my social medias and Christian Mingles at The John Effect. You can follow the Pod Panel on Twitter at The Pod Panel, and the podcast is on iTunes, Google Play, which nobody listens to, Stitcher, and SoundCloud, and I think Overcast. But I don't know what that is, but I think it's there because I saw Bunsen and Beaker tweeting the show from that link. So that's that.
Bunsen and Beaker. Okay, all right, that's the word we're gonna give them. All right.
Yeah, the baby boys' real names are Bunsen and Beaker.
How cute.
Okay. But wasn't Beaker the name of that? No, what's that on?
It's from the
Muppets.
Muppets.
Yeah,
It's
that's
from
from
the
the
Muppets.
That's what I was saying.
Yes, the scientist ones. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
What?
That is the baby boys.
What was that noise again?
AKA Beyonce's
I'm not-
twins from the future.
Oh man,
What was that noise again?
I don't remember.
Okay, yeah, okay.
And VJ, shout out your social medias, man.
Okay, well, like I said, you can find me on Twitter at VJ_Burton. Tomorrow, obviously, I'm going to have the fun and games with the questions, so be excited for that. And I promise no more weird things that involve your parents.
Yes, parent sex is off the limits.
I've taken that off the table, guys. Also, I promise to quit making you choose smoking crack as well. I've decided to retire that.
Please. Oh no.
So, no more questions about crack. But yeah, you can also find me on IG. It's always Vibrant B with 2 E's, BEE. And then on Snapchat, it's MIQUEB. And once again, I am on a social media blackout as far as Snapchat is concerned until this Saturday when I'm in Dallas with Q for his Dirty 30.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And those who are around the D-Town area, or if you want to come up, hit me up. We'll take your company. Just come in, hang with your boy, chill out. You know what I mean? I try to get John to come down, but
will be in the building.
Yes.
Yes, the podcast.
I'm so jealous that you're gonna meet them. I love them.
Well, I told you
I'm
to come
super
down,
excited
but
about it.
He wanted to go to Hotlanta instead. But I understand, man.
Yo, let me just say this. Do you know the ticket or the notice of time for the ticket for Texas? That thing was like $7 and change. I was like, nigga,
Man,
for
it's
3 days?
It's called a sugar daddy, man. You're supposed to get out there
I
and
was like, yeah, I got it like that, but it's like Dang. Do you know how many things I can purchase with $700?
See, now you sound like me.
So many things. It's true.
That's how you. This is a tip. This is how you never stay. This is how you never go broke when you don't spend your money like a nigga. Like,
Ooh.
Never.
like, I was
never
like, can I
said-
give me a $400? If I would have got me a $400 ticket, I'd be like, I'm out here. But I'm like, $700. What if I die in the plane? And then I definitely. I was like, no.
That's too much.
Come on, man.
700
No.
and I'm dead, nigga.
No, I love you, Q, but
I
don't know
love
if
you, bro, but I was like 700 and I might die.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't
I was
700
like.
to love you.
I was like, I
I don't
understand.
have no working will either. Shit.
Oh my goodness, but that's cool, man. But yes, man, we will be having the festivities this weekend. It's going down, and also if you are in the Dallas area, make sure to go ahead and slide on over on Thursday. Slide on over to.
Is Justin coming to your party?
Who's that?
Is Justin Ruff coming to your party?
I believe so.
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Yes.
Shit. Please take video and please post it on Instagram.
Why-
Please.
Wait, why? What? You trying to get me a? Hey, man. Yeah, he's gonna be in. D. Murphy's coming back up. Let's see who else. Crystal Clear is coming through. We have the ladies from Sit With Us. We have a pretty good showing that's supposed to be coming up.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, man. I'm trying to get on my my John-ism celebrity status.
Oh, God. The elite of the elite. Is he gonna be the only white person there?
Yeah.
Well, he was supposed to. We had some others that were supposed to come too, but I don't know if he reached back out to him again. I tried to. No, it's him and his wife for sure. I know that.
Okay, that's still the same white people though. Like,
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's
sure
not
he'll
two
be able to
different white
hold. Wait, his wife is white, right?
I believe
Yes.
so. Yes.
Okay, they'll be. I feel like they'll be able to hold their own because I feel like they're just gonna be cool. But if I was the only white person around a bunch of niggas, I would feel like, ooh, okay.
Well, at least we're cordial, so we're not like I don't know. I don't want to say that. Never mind.
Nigga niggas. Okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're kind of bougie.
Yeah.
A little.
To an extent. But,
I mean, really, what it boils down to is that we're not going to keep it so real that any of us are going to die. So he's in good hands.
yeah, basically,
That's-
he may be helping us out. But I do also
If
want
he
to tell you,
starts dancing, please take video.
I'm not going to embarrass my man like that. If I do, it'll just be like for blackmail later in case we got pulled. You know what the hold on, you the Podfather. What's the saying in Godfather? Whenever I need a favor, I'll call you up or something along those lines.
Yeah, something along them lines, bro.
Yeah.
Something along them lines.
But I do also want to shout this out. So if you are in town in Dallas Metro DFW area, then on Thursday, May 25th, go ahead, slide over to the Island Spot, which is actually at 309 West Jefferson Boulevard, Dallas, Texas, and go ahead and hang out with the Charm School ladies. So that's Kimmy and Crystal. They're the Charm School, and they actually have a YouTube channel, and it's actually a meet and greet for all your podcasters, YouTubers, bloggers, etc. Whatever you got going, it's one of those situations. Come on through. It's going to be from 6p to 8p. Come in, hang out, network. So, like I said, network and chill. And I think that's all I already have for today. So also go ahead and make sure to follow all the social medias that I have. You know, I am under QIM or at Q the Great on Instagram as well as on Twitter. I do have Facebook. I'm on there sometimes, but you can catch me on there. I think it's QSimp05 or just my name, Quentin Simpson. And also make sure to follow the network page at the TCD Media Network. That's where you'll find all our stuff. You have Chopping Up with Q, and we have Happy Politics. We have the Critical Dump podcast. We haven't done one in about a month, but the other stuff is pretty dope. So go back and you want to check that archives out. Right now, we're trying to decide on what direction that show is going to go in, but other than that, we good. So I do want to thank everybody for, listening, new listeners, old listeners, all that stuff. I want to thank my guest for being on. He's dope as like always, as well as my other dope guests. Or my co-host. And we're maybe next week, Kayla. Maybe next week, Kayla will be back. We'll see. She in school and shit, so we're gonna try to figure that out.
Kayla been traveling on our ass, so she's booked and highly
She was
favored.
on the Jump My Sober Thoughts.
Yeah, she was on DMST.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, Kayla
dropped, man.
Kayla out here booked and highly favored.
That's right, man. So we finna be up out. VJ, go ahead and tell the people bye.
Bye, guys.
Time to drop these bones like dusty roads. Then I yell, ho, when I come up off they think like a southern hustler pose. The dudes in the house like a